Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of RobertoBlake.com helping you create something awesome today. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Nikon 55-200 DX telephoto zoom lens, and this is what is considered a kit lens, but we're going to talk about why this lens actually can get some great shots for you if you're a beginner or you're somebody who's trying to do things on a budget, and how you can utilize it. Now, this version is not the VR version. I do recommend that you get that if you're someone who has issues with hand holding the camera or camera shake. However, if you're someone like me who shoots on a rig or a monopod quite a lot, or has experience with proper hand holding techniques, then you don't need necessarily the VR, and you can still get this lens, either new or used, very affordably. And I highly recommend you do that if you're someone on a budget or you're a new shooter trying to learn how to shoot with a zoom lens. Now, this is a variable aperture lens, and I believe this one goes from f4 to 5.6. Now, this lens is a DX lens, so that means that it will shoot crop mode on a full frame camera if you happen to have one. But if you're using this type of lens, you probably don't have a full frame camera yet, so just keep that in mind. Now, is this the best lens in the world? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. You could go with the 70mm to 200mm, and that's f2.8, tremendous glass, really heavy, and that will do fine for you. This is a kit lens. It is going to be more plastically. This is not a pro lens. And I know that pro photographers talk trash on this lens, but that doesn't mean that a good photographer on a budget can't get great shots out of this. So if you need a good starter lens, you need something to be able to get those faraway shots of, your kid's basketball game. You need to be able to get shots at, a family wedding. You want to, get the kids at Disneyland. This lens is fine. You don't have to go out and spend $500, $1,000, $2,000 on one of these pro photographer lenses if that's what you want to do. Now, if you want to shoot paid sports photography and you want to do something for Sports Illustrated, that's another story. But in the meantime, this is something that you can use. And, is it the best for low light situations? No. Is it the best for sports? No. It's not a fast lens, not by any means. But that doesn't mean that you can't make it work and get good shots if you learn proper photography techniques, because it is the photographer and not the gear. Better gear will get you better shots, but you have to know what you're doing, and this is a good lens to help get you there. So I am going to recommend it to new photographers just starting out on a DSLR, that you get this with your kit lens, and then you also get maybe a 35mm or a 50mm prime lens, f1.8, for about $200, $250. I'll have links to those in the description below for you. And with that, you have a really good kit for getting all the stuff that you need, being able to do low light situations. As for video, this can handle video if you need it to on a DSLR video camera. You will have to make some adjustments for that, but it will work. And if you have, a follow focus rig, there are things you can do with that as far as the zoom and the follow focus, so just keep that in mind as well. But again, I will have links to everything I talked about in the description below so you can check it out for yourself, read the reviews. But again, if you're a new photographer and you just bought your camera, use this and the kit lens. And, there are some other kit lenses out there. You could get maybe, I think there's a 18 to 180 that just came out that you can get. I'll have a link to that. And that one's pretty good as well. And it's got newer materials in it, better glass, better coating. So you can get tremendous shots with that as well. But again, I think this is fine for somebody new. It served me well when I was starting out. So again, I'm going to recommend it. Anyway, if you still have questions about lenses as a new photographer, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. And remember, links to the Pro Glass and all the other things I talked about are in the description. So if you do want to go with the more expensive stuff, you can and should invest in it. Anyway, like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching. And don't forget, create something awesome today.